are moving on to round 6 of the King of the Hill tournament, featuring On Deck Baseball's newest version, On Deck Baseball Pro. In the last round, the 5th game of the tournament, the Detroit team, 1984 Detroit, defeated 1962 San Francisco. They did it on the power of Rupert Jones and Chet Lemon, who each had a home run, and the arm of Jack Morris, who went 7 strong innings, allowed 8 hits, gave up 1 earned run, 1 run total, while striking out 2. Today, we have what I think is a very special matchup. One of the teams that I've been looking forward to using, probably more so than most, is the 1955 Brooklyn Ball Club. A very special team throughout the history of baseball. Obviously, they broke the color line in 1947 with Jackie Robinson. Had a long time before they won a world championship against a New York team, but they eventually did in 1955, and we'll go through this team a little bit. Jim Gilliam going to be leading off. Pee Wee Reese, Hall of Famer, shortstop. Duke Snyder, patrolling center field. Carl Furillo, known for his rocket of an arm, he'll be out in right field. Roy Campanella, Campy, behind the plate. Gil Hodges, very recent Hall of Famer. Very happy that he got in. 27 home runs in 1955. He had a good year. Jackie Robinson, the man who broke the color barrier himself. He is at third base. Played mostly third base in 1955. Don Zimmer, because we are using a designated hitter, the Zim will be DHing for the Brooklyn team. He actually had a pretty good season in 1955. 15 home runs, though he did only bat .239, but he's got that pop. And then Sandy Amoros will be playing left field for 1955 Brooklyn. On the mound, Don Newcomb. Just recently had a birthday, about a month ago. He went 20-5 in 1955, 17 complete games, a 3.2 ERA, and had a whip of 1.11. On the mound for Detroit, we have Dan Petrie. Had a pretty good season in 1984, 3.24 ERA, 1.27 whip, 18-8 record, 7 complete games. So with all that said, we have an exciting matchup. 1955 Brooklyn taking on 1984 Detroit. Going to see if Detroit can become the second team to win 2 games in this tournament. Let's go ahead and play ball, switch these pitchers up, and see where this thing goes. So Newcomb's going to switch over here. Petrie be taking on 1955 Brooklyn. I am going to write out my little grid as usual at the top here. Petrie is a righty. He can go 5 innings and a 3 against both right-handed and left-handed batters. All right, let's get this underway. First pitch, 1955 Brooklyn against 1984 Detroit. Jim Gilliam leading off. He is a switch hitter, so he will be batting lefty. It's going to be equal on a roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Gilliam. 6-4 is a flyout. So the first batter of the game will fly out to center field. Pee Wee Reese now coming up against Petrie. Pee Wee, a right-handed batter. It's going to be equal on a roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Reese. 3-1 is a strikeout. So Petrie doing pretty good so far, the first 2 batters. Now check out this card for Duke. Duke Snyder had a batting average of .309 in 1955, 42 home runs. Walked way more than he struck out. Great on-base percentage. Pretty good card here. Duke Snyder is a left-handed batter. It's going to be +1 on a roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card, though. 1-1 is a strikeout. So 3 up, 3 down in the first inning for Petrie. And we'll head over. Don Newcomb taking on 84 Tigers and Sweet Lou Whitaker leading off. Newcomb is a right-handed thrower. He can go 5 innings. He is a 3-4. Pretty strong against right-handed bats. So he's a +1 on this roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-4 is a pop-out to the catcher. Popped it back. Campanella underneath it. And Trammell will be stepping up to the plate now. Alan Trammell, a right-handed batter. It's going to be equal on the roll here. It's going to be a batter's card for Trammell. 6-3 is a ground out. right back to Newcomb. Newcomb handles it and shoves it over to Hodges at first for the second out. Now we'll bring up Kirk Gibson, a left-handed batter. It's going to be a equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-3 is a walk. So we have our first base runner of the game. Gibson is fast, but Campanella has that rocket of an arm back there. He is sporting a 5. So I don't think Gibson's going to go kind of early in the game. We got Lance Parrish, the big wheel, coming up. A couple of great catchers on these teams. Parrish is a righty. It's going to be -2, and it's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-2 is a pop-out, so Campanella and Newcomb get out of this inning. The pop-out goes to right field. Moving on, going to the top of the second now. Petrie's still on the mound. Coming up, Carl Furillo. Furillo, one of the lesser-known Dodger players, but he was a big contributor during those great years in Brooklyn. 26 home runs in 1955, a .314 average. As I mentioned, he had a fantastic arm out and right. Great defender as well. Furillo is a righty. It's going to be +1 on the roll. It's going to be a batter's card for Furillo. 8-8 is a double. We have our first Brooklyn base runner and the first hit of the game. One on, already in scoring position, and up steps Roy Campanella. Campanella, 32 home runs in 1955. He is a right-handed batter. It's a +1 on the roll. That is going to be a batter's card for Campanella. 8-4 is a walk. So now first and second, nobody out, and Brooklyn is threatening. Gil Hodges comes up to the plate. Right-handed batter, it is equal roll. That is going to be a pitcher's card. 6-4 is a ground out, so possible double play here. Ground ball goes to shortstop. Shortstop is Trammell. He is a 4. Campanella might already be out. He is not. We need an 8 to be safe there, though. We got 9. He is out. That is a 6-4. Trammell over to Whitaker as Furillo goes over to third base. And Whitaker is a 3 on Hodges. And he gets it. So a 6-4-3 double play. The runner on second does advance to third. So we have a runner on third, 2 away, and up steps Jackie Robinson towards the latter years of his career. He batted .256, 8 home runs, still with some pretty good speed and a threat to steal bases. Robinson is a right-handed batter. It's going to be -1. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 9-3 is a base hit. So the first run will come off of Robinson's bat as he rips a single to drive in Carl Furillo, as 1955 Brooklyn now has a 1-0 lead. Don Zimmer stepping up to the plate, DH for Brooklyn here. Righty versus righty, -1. That's going to be a batter's card for Zim. Zim gets a flyout, so he will fly out to left field to end the inning. But not before the damage is done, as Jackie Robinson drives in the first run of the game, and 1955 Brooklyn takes a 1-0 lead. Newcomb still on the mound for 55 Brooklyn, as Darrell Evans will now come to the plate. Evans went 0 for 4 in the first game. He did reach on an error and score a run. Evans is a left-handed batter. It's going to be -1. That's going to be a batter's card. 9-7, a base hit. Evans has his first hit of the tournament. And we have a runner on with nobody out. Rupert Jones coming up. Jones hit that 2-run shot in the last game. Let's see, he is a left-handed batter. It's equal. That's going to be a batter's card for Jones. 6-2 is a strikeout, though, so not getting the power and the bat on the ball here. Johnny Grubb coming up 1 away, 1 on. Equal roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-4 is a ground out. Possible double play here. Let's see where that ground ball goes. First baseman, Hodges, all over it. He is a 3. Evans is not very fast. He is definitely out there. That is a 3-6. Shortstop Pee Wee Reese is a 4, trying to get Grubb over at first. Roll a 6, and they do get it. So a 3-6-3 double play will end the inning there. And 2 double plays so far in the first 2 innings. Petrie still on the mound. And we have the number 9 hitter, Sandy Amoros, coming up. Some speed for Amoros, only batted .247. And Amoros is a left-handed batter, so it's going to be -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-3 is a ground out to second baseman. Back to the top of the order now. Jim Gilliam coming up. Gilliam was a good player. He played through the move to Los Angeles and played on some good teams out there also with the team. So we have a switch hitter in Gilliam. It is going to be equal on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Gilliam. 10-2 is a ground out though. And that ground ball is going to go to first base. So 3-U as Bergman will take it himself. Pee Wee Reese coming up, right-handed batter. He is 0 for 1 in the game with a strikeout. Equal roll. Pitcher's card. 9-3 is a flyout. Flyout to left. So Reese not having a great game yet as he is 0 for 2. And we're going to go over to the bottom of the third now. Newcomb's still pitching well, and Chet Lemon coming up. Lemon had a home run in the first game for the Detroit. He went 1 for 2 with 2 walks as well. Lemon righty against the righty in Newcomb. It's a -2. That is going to be a batter's card. 8-1 is a ground out to shortstop. I'll bring up Dave Bergman, 9-hole hitter. He is a lefty. It's going to be -2. Right? Lefty, 3. Sorry, it's equal. That's a pitcher's card anyway. 9-7 is a double. So Bergman, who went 1 for 3 in the first game, he has a double. Detroit's second hit of the ball game. And that's going to bring up the top of the order. Lou Whitaker stepping up to the plate. He is a lefty. It's going to be +1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-6, red 7, blue 6 is a flyout to right field, 2 away. Alan Trammell coming to the plate. Trammell, he went 2 for 4 in the first game with a walk and a run scored. He is a righty. It's going to be equal. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 3-3 is going to be a strikeout. Third out will end the bottom of the third inning. We're going to go over to the top of the fourth now. And stepping up to the plate, the Duke himself, Duke Snider. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Duke. 10-2 is a walk, so he is on board as Brooklyn gets their first man of the inning on base, bringing up Carl Furillo. Had that leadoff double and scored a run in the second inning. He is at +1. That's going to be a batter's card for Furillo. 10-7. Oh, so close to a home run. That is a base hit. He's 2 for 2 so far. Snyder is going to go to second. He could risk going to third. Where does that ball go? That ball goes to center field. Lemon with a forearm out there, so I think Snyder's going to stay. Roy Campanella coming up with nobody out and 2 men on. He has a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Campanella. 7-1 is a walk. Bases are now loaded with nobody out. And Gil Hodges coming up. He could make a big impact on this game right now. Equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card though. 8-4 is a walk. So a run will cross the plate as a bases loaded walk will force in the run, and Hodges will get an RBI for that. So now Brooklyn leads 2-0. Jackie Robinson coming up. He did the damage in the second inning with that RBI single. See if he can come through here. It's a -1. That is a batter's card on Robinson. 6-3 is a ground out though with the none out. The ground out goes to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to try to turn 2 here. He has a pretty decent field, and Petrie is a 4 on Hodges. Hodges is out there. That is a 1, 2, 4, as Jackie Robinson was a righty. And second baseman is a 3 and a 6. The runner is safe. That is a fielder's choice. He will get an RBI for that, his second RBI of the game, as the runner will cross the plate. Campanella will go over to third, and we now have first and third with one away. Stepping up to the plate, Don Zimmer. -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-3 is a ground out. Going to possibly get a double play here again. Second baseman is a 3 on Jackie Robinson. He gets him there. That's a 4-6. Shortstop is a 4 on Zimmer. And no, just makes it another fielder's choice, as Detroit's defense is faltering right now. Fielder's choice 4-6, and that runner will score. And we need to roll on Petrie. Should have rolled last time, but we're going to roll now. That is a 2. It's a no change anyway. And now we have, with one man on, the run scores. Sandy Amoros coming up, and Brooklyn up 4-0. Amoros is a lefty. It's going to be -1. That's going to be a batter's card. 3-2 is a strikeout. So the inning will end there, but 3 runs crossed the plate due to bad defense on the part of Detroit. Gibson will lead off here in the bottom of the 4th. Left-handed batter, it's going to be equal. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-1 is a strikeout. Lance Parrish now with 1 away. Right-handed batter, it's going to be a -2. Pitcher's card. 3-3 is another strikeout. If I get a third strikeout here, I'll get an automatic increase on his ability. That would be kind of scary on Newcomb. It's going to be -1. That is down to a pitcher's card. 10-4, that's not a strikeout, but it is a flyout, and that flyout will go to right field. That will do it in the bottom of the 4th. Newcomb's still going strong. Petrie, on the other hand, not so much. He is a 5-inning starter, so he is good. We're going to go back up to the top of the order with Gilliam. And he is a equal roll here. Batter's card for Gilliam. 9-5 is a walk. Petrie still having command issues. And there is one on to lead off the inning. Pee Wee Reese coming up. Equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-4 is a ground out. Can they turn the double play this time? Let's see where that ground ball goes to. The ground ball goes to the third baseman, Evans, who is a 3 on Gilliam. He is out there as a 5-4. Lou Whitaker, a 3 as well on Reese. A 5. They do not get it. Reese will reach first on the fielder's choice. 5-4, there is one away, but Duke Snyder coming up. He is a +1 on the roll. That's going to be batter's card. 9-2 is a flyout to right field. 2 away, Carl Furillo. Furillo having a good game so far, 2 for 2 with a double and 2 runs scored. He is a +1. That's going to be a batter's card for Furillo. 6-6. Another base hit. Furillo having himself a game here. That's going to bring up Campanella, as Reese will go to third. Let's actually see where Furillo hit it to. Goes to center field. Chet Lemon has a forearm. I don't think Reese is going to risk that. He does get to third base, and there are 2 away with men on first and third, and Campanella coming up. As a +1, that is a pitcher's card. 10-9, red 10, blue 9 is a -3 possible home run. So we're going to take that -3 and go up against Campanella's power, which is a 5. So that is a +2 on a roll. 6 and up is a home run. That is a home run, folks. Roy Campanella with a 3-run bomb, putting Brooklyn up 7-0. Let me fill in all these boxes here, as Brooklyn jumps way out in front. We got to roll again on Petrie. 7 is a -1 now, and the bullpen is warming. I think they're going to try and let him get out of this inning, though. As Hodges walks up to the plate, a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 5-5. Petrie manages to get a flyout, but it's a flyout plus. We got to see if this is going to fall in. It goes to left field. Left fielder's fielding is a 3. The gap on Hodges is a 3, so it's an equal roll. A chance that the ball falls in here, but it does not. So that is a flyout to end the inning. But more damage as Campanella hits a 3-run bomb off the pitcher's card, no less. And we are going to go into the bottom of the 5th now as Newcomb has a huge lead to work with. And Rupert Jones leading off. Newcomb is a righty pitcher. It's going to be against the lefty. It's going to be equal. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 3-3 is a strikeout. Newcomb is working these counts and getting them to sit down. Equal roll here against Grubb. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 9-6, that could be trouble. That is a base hit for Grubb. 1 on, 1 out. Chet Lemon coming up. -2 goes down to a pitcher's card. 6-2 is a ground out, possible double play. The ground out goes to the shortstop. Reese is a 4. Grubb pretty much out. He is 6-4. Gilliam is a 3 on Lemon here. And they do not turn double play. A fielder's choice as Lemon reaches on the 6-4. Bergman coming up now. Left-handed batter. It's going to be equal on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-4 is a ground out to end the inning. First base, 3U. All right, so now going into the 6th inning, Petrie's going to get pulled here. I don't think we can leave him in anymore. See who we can bring in here. Lopez pitched last game, so he is not rested. We're going to bring in Dave Rozema. Rozema can go 3 innings, which are going to need some long relief here. He is good against righties, but going to hurt against lefties like Snyder. But we don't have much of a choice trying to salvage this and give 84 Detroit a chance at coming back. So we'll go ahead and make our new chart here as Petrie gets taken out. Rozema can go 3 innings. He is a righty against a 1-3 lefty-righty. All right. So with Rozema in, we're now going to go up to the top of the 6th. Jackie Robinson leading off. Right-handed batter. It's going to be a -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 2-1, a strikeout. So right away he gets Robinson to strike out. Don Zimmer coming up. Zim 0 for 2. He's a righty. It's going to be -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-6 is a flyout to center field. And now I'll step up. Sandy Amoros 0 for 2. Strikeout and grounded out. Left-handed batter, it's going to be a +1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 9-3 is a flyout to right field. That's going to do it for Brooklyn here in the top of the 6th. And Newcomb's still pitching good. We're going to go ahead and roll on his fatigue chart, as I think he's going to want to stay in the game here. So we're going to roll on this first row. And all the blues, obviously, no change. We roll 1, he gets no change. So he is good to go, as Lou Whitaker will lead off here in the bottom of the 6th. He has a +1 here on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 8-5 is a... Whitaker is on. to lead off the inning. Alan Trammell now coming up. He's 0 for 2. It's going to be equal roll here. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-1 is a strikeout. Kirk Gibson coming up. We need some of these late inning heroics from Gibby. Even a 2-run shot wouldn't even get him close right now, though, as Brooklyn is up 7-0. All right, so we have an equal roll. It is a pitcher's card. 5-3 is a pop out. Gibson pops out to the shortstop. Lance Parrish coming up. He's a righty. It's -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-5 is a fly out to center field. That's going to do it in the bottom of the 6th. Rosema's still on the mound, and we're going to go back to the top of the order now for Brooklyn, as Gilliam will be leading off. Gilliam 0 for 2, did have a walk in the 5th. And switch hitter, says we +2 on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-4 is a ground out to third base. Reese now the batter. Right-handed against a right-handed pitcher. It's going to be equal. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-10 on the pitcher's card is a -1 possible home run. Can Brooklyn do more damage? Reese is a 2 power. It's going to be a +1 on the roll here. 6 and up is a home run. They do not get it. That's a 5. We're going to use that dive for the out, and it's going to be to left field. That is a fly out to left. So almost a home run, but Rupert Jones out there pulling it back into the yard. Duke Snyder stepping up. It's +3 on the roll now. That is still just a pitcher's card. And a 5-3 is going to end the inning. That's going to be a ground out to first base. That is 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings on Rosema. We're going to get the roll on his happy face, boys. I'm going to roll on this column here. If I roll one of these yellow ones, he gets an increase on his ability. I got an 8. He does not get it. Alright, so we're going to go now to the bottom of the 7th. Darrell Evans coming up for 84 Detroit, as they are running out of outs here. Evans, a left-handed batter. It's going to be -1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 5-5 is a fly out to center field. Rupert Jones now coming up. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Left-handed batter. It's equal. It's going to be a batter's card. 6-2 is a fly out to left field. Johnny Grubb now coming up. Grubb 1 for 2 in the game. He is a lefty. It's equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-5 is a base hit. Chet Lemon coming up. Lemon is 0 for 2. It's going to be a -2 on a roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-2 is a line out. That's going to do it on that inning. Line out to short. And we're going to go over to the top of the 8th. Rosema can go 3 innings, so he is still good. Do not need to roll on him yet. Carl Furillo, 3 for 3 in the ball game so far. He has a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 9-3 is a base hit. He is 4 for 4 and has scored all 3 times so far in the game. So if this is any indication, we should see some more runs in this inning. And Campanella will come up. He had that big 3-run blast back in the 5th. He has a +1 on the roll. That is going to be a batter's card for Campanella. 4-2, though, is going to be a line out to the shortstop. Trammell making the play there. Hodges coming up now. 1 away, 1 man on. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a batter's card for Hodges, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. Batter's card 10-9. That is a home run for Gil Hodges. Bam and bam. Home run. That's going to be a 2-run shot, as Hodges gets Goodwood on the ball and pushes Brooklyn up now 9-0. And that's going to bring up Jackie Robinson with nobody on and 1 out. -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-3 is a ground out. Ground out to shortstop. Don Zimmer coming up. Right-handed batter, -1. That's going to be a batter's card. 10-4 is a ground out. That's going to end the inning. Ground out to second base. Alright, so that's going to bring us over to the bottom of the 8th. Newcomb now 1, 2, 3 passed. We're going to have to go ahead and roll on him. A 5 is a -1. So he goes down to a 2-3. But he has such a great lead, I don't think I'm going to bother worrying about taking him out yet. And Bergman will be leading off now. He's a left-handed batter, so he has a little bit of an increase here. A +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Bergman. 7-3 is a ground out to catcher. Little dribbler Campanella up with it. Shoots it over to first. Hodges with the play, and there is 1 away. Lou Whitaker coming up now. Lou Whitaker is a +2 on this roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 4-1 is a strikeout. 2 away. Alan Trammell now coming up. +1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 4-2 is a ground out to shortstop. 6-3. Alright, we're going to the top of the 9th. Brooklyn is up 9-0. Rosema, we are going to roll on him. Well, you know what? Let's get a look at one of the elite closers of the 80s just to have him in the ball game. We're going to bring in Willie Hernandez. Try and keep Detroit from giving up another couple of runs. Give them a little bit of hope, maybe? I don't know. So Hernandez will come in to work the top of the 9th. He is a left-handed pitcher. Strong against both sides, though. And that will bring up Sandy Amoros. Left-handed batter. It's going to be a -3 on the roll. That is going to be a batter's card. 8-2 is a ground out. To first baseman. Bergman takes it himself. Jim Gilliam now up. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. He is he's a switch hitter, so he'll be hitting right. It's going to be a -2 though. That is going to be a pitcher's card. Ooh, and I dropped the card. So it was a pitcher's card. We're going to go ahead and roll that. 5-2 is a strikeout. And that's going to bring up Pee Wee Reese with 2 away. Reese, a right-handed batter. It's going to be equal on the roll. It's going to be a batter's card. 7-5 is a walk. So Reese reaches with a 2-out walk, and that's going to bring up Duke Snider, trying to increase the damage here. He is a left-handed batter. Hernandez strong against lefties. Is -1 on the roll. That is a batter's card, though. Oh, what could happen here? Who knows? 9-3 is a base hit. Reese going to be at first and third now, with Carl Furillo coming up in 2 outs. Furillo 4 for 4 in the game with a double and 4 runs scored. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card on Furillo. Can he continue to do damage? 10-6. Another base hit. Unbelievable. This guy is just incredible in this game. Reese scores. Snyder gets over to third. We could see where it went. Goes to center field. Center fielder's arm is a 4, so Snyder's going to hold there. An RBI single as Carl Furillo is now 5 for 5 in the game. Bringing up Roy Campanella. And Brooklyn continues to pour it on, even against the 84 Detroit's top-end closer. It's going to be -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 9-9 is another base hit. Unbelievable. When it rains, it pours. Duke Snider is going to score. Carl Furillo going to be at thirds, first and third. Campy with an RBI single. And it's going to bring up Hodges, who had a home run in the last inning. It's going to be a equal roll. Batter's card for Hodges. 8-8. And that is a double. It just continues to rain as Furillo will score. Campanella is going to score as there are 2 outs and he was running on contact. That is a 2 RBI double. And we need to roll on Hernandez as he has given up more than 3 runs and a no change there. So that's good for him. But it's not looking good for Detroit as they are now down 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to nothing. Wow. Jackie Robinson coming up. It is equal roll. That is going to be a batter's card for Robinson. Can he continue this? 5-1. It does not look like it. That is a line out to shortstop to end the inning, but 4 runs scored. A big 2-out, 2 RBI double by Gil Hodges, the highlight of that inning. And now we're going to go over to the bottom of the 9th. Do I want to roll on Newcomb? I mean, he's up 13 to nothing. I might as well. He's on 1, 2, 3 on a 4th row. He is a 2-3 right now. If I roll one of these 2s, I do have to take him out. He is going up against the middle of the order. You know what? I think we're going to take him out. We're going to take out Don Newcomb, and we're going to go ahead and bring in... They have some pretty good pitchers here. I'm going to bring in Ed Roebuck to close it out. Roebuck had 12 saves in 1955. Not a great ERA or whip. He is a righty, 2-2 and going in. And we're going to go ahead and proceed with the bottom of the 9th. 1984 Detroit down 13 to nothing. Kirk Gibson leading off. And it is a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 10-1 is a ground out to the pitcher. So Roebuck takes it over to first. Hodges receives the ball, and there is 1 away. Lance Parrish coming up. Equal on the roll. That is a batter's card. 7-4 is a ground out to third base. And Detroit now down to their last out. Darrell Evans coming to the plate. Left-handed batter. It is equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Evans. 3-1, though, is a strikeout. The pressure too much for Evans as he will K to end the game as Brooklyn puts on a slugfest, defeating 1984 Detroit 13-0, eliminating Detroit from advancing as Brooklyn will move on to the next round. We'll have to see who they face next. Let's go ahead and run a few stats here. Petrie gets the loss. No decision for the next 2 pitchers. Petrie went 5, gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, and 7 runs, all earned. He walked a lot. 5, 6 batters. 1, 2, only 2 Ks while facing 24 batters, giving up a home run. Rosema pitched 3 innings, giving up 2 hits, but 2-run home run by Hodges was the damage against him. Didn't walk any, struck out 1, and faced 11 batters. Willie Hernandez with a terrible 9th inning. He gave up 4 consecutive hits, good enough for 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 1 K, faced 8 batters. On Brooklyn's side, though, Newcomb gets the win, 8 innings, and 1, 2, 3, 4 hitter for Newcomb. All walking only 1, striking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters, facing 29. And Roebuck came in, pitched a perfect 9th, allowed no hits. striking out 1, faced all 3 batters. And we're going to have to give the player of the game, I believe, to the pitcher, Don Newcomb, who pitched 8 innings, only allowed 4 hits, walked 1 while striking out 7, faced 29 batters. A great game for him as 1955 Brooklyn advances into the 7th round. That was a fantastic game. That was the most offense we had so far in the tournament. 2 home runs, a 3-run shot by Campanella, a 2-run shot by Hodges. Hodges had 5 RBIs, Campanella had 4 RBIs, and let's not forget Carl Furillo, who went 5 for 5 with an RBI and scored 5 times. 5 runs scored for Furillo. So kind of hard picking the player of the game there, but Newcomb did so good on the mound, you almost have to just give it to him. So that will do it for this gameplay video of the newest version of On Deck Baseball Pro. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Looking forward to the next round. Looking forward to see what random team will be going up against 1955 Brooklyn as we continue our King of the Hill tournament. As always, thank you for joining me, and we'll check you out next time.